Hello, 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 beautiful unicorn. Welcome back to weekly live, typically live today, not live for the next 3 weeks. Actually, will not be live. We'll record it, but typically it will be live. Guidance with Yana Kasperczak of Get Your Shit Together. So for the next following 3 weeks, I wanted to just focus on one specific book. Okay. And this book is actually, as you can see, The Law of Being. This is the book the program that I went through that I keep talking about all the time. Actually, even in an iPad group itself and through the program, I've been known to be the person to always talk about the law of being. And people didn't even know what it was while we're going through iPad coach training, what the law of being was, and I kept talking about it because I went through it first, and then I went through the coach training, which the coach training was actually created by the same man, Bruce D. Schneider. Doesn't show on here. No, actually, doesn't show on here. But Bruce D. Schneider created the system, created the program, and I have the original. I have the physical copies, whereas now they're actually digital. So, anyways, enough about the actual program. I'm just gonna open today on a page, and I wanted to share this one here. This concept I've talked about a couple of times, and how do I want to do this? I'll read it, and we'll do it kind of in a way like a card reading, because this information you can only get through this program. You can't get it anywhere else. Just like um, with the card reading, you can only get it from that specific deck, which you can go and buy, you can get. And the same thing here, you can go and get the system, but you can only get it through iPad or iPad certified coach like myself. So if you want to go through the system, the reason why I want to start talking about it now is because soon you'll start to notice more content being um, talked about the Law of Being program as I am getting closer to my next round of group coaching with women, which will be in September, and then the following one will be in January. Because with this program, I am actually no longer going to be offering one-on-one, only to select few women, and I'm only going to be offering it as a group program. And you still get so much hands-on with me, especially that I keep these groups small. But once I get to a place where I'm ready to do bigger groups, then that will mean less one-on-one with me and more of just you in the program. So this one here, particularly, I'll show you quickly, just in case you no screenshots. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so this one here is play the level game. And I've talked about this concept many, many times, and it's not actually a concept. It is, in a way, how would I put it? Strategy, it's a tool, it is a way of living and being by playing the level game. And I mean, also understanding each energy level. So without having to go into all of the 7 energy levels for the sake of time, because I've done many videos on the energy levels, and for the sake of time for me and for you today, but more so for me, and to also allow space for you to process what I do share, the little bit that I do share, and then to allow you space to even have the conversation with me if you want to understand a little bit more, or perhaps you're interested on getting into the next level of your life and then having a conversation about how can I help you to do just that. So here goes. When you live in the moment, you can play the level game, which means when you're conscious and aware in the present moment, which means using these 7 levels of energy as you choose to work for you or to benefit you, and instead of them choosing you. Because most of our life we live unconsciously where these energy levels are actually using us, and we're not even aware how we're jumping from being a helper and helping someone and being a caregiver and taking care of them and helping them, and doing things for them to then feeling completely worthless and miserable, even though we just felt amazing and great a couple of minutes ago, and then all of a sudden we feel awful. So that's level 4 to describe it. Level 1, jumping from level 4 to level 1, which is very normal for majority of the population because we're not aware of what is actually happening. Once we become aware and conscious, then we can actually choose to use the energy levels, and instead of them using us when we actually feel out of control, when we're being used by them, and when we're using them, we're in control. And no, think of those moments in time when you were in control, when you felt in control. You knew what was happening, you knew what was up, you knew yourself. And then when you weren't, something was out of balance. Using all the levels as you choose is the true opportunity of being at higher levels of consciousness. This would also be a great video to align with the living at the 7th level. I can't exactly remember how I named the video, but it was last Thursday I talked about it. And let me take a peek at the calendar so that way you have the date exactly. So this Thursday is going to be, last Thursday was 15th. Yeah. So on the 15th is when I did the 15th of June is when I did the video talking about how we would be living our life at level 7 energy. A really great video. Will help you to connect with this one as well. If you only know and are familiar with level 3 and below, you'll have 3 choices. And most people are just know and are very familiar with the first 3 levels. By raising your consciousness, as you have done with the Law of Being program, you know that you have 7 choices and you can use them as you desire instead of them using you. I like to add that one in the end all the time because none of us like to be used. And when we hear that, hey, we're being used by our own energy levels, and here's the first 3 energy levels that are what most of the world is living on and through in their lenses of perception of what they see and how they see and view the world, and which means that they experience that internally as well. Level 1, victim. Everything is happening to you, and nothing goes right, and it's just nobody loves me, nobody appreciates me, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough energy. It is often referred to as whining, complaining, when we are being the victim to our circumstances or to our situation. And level 7 would be obviously quite the opposite of that. It would be where you know you are whole, you know you are timeless, you know that you are magnificent, you know that you have exactly everything that you need when you need it, that you do not need to worry ever, that you're perfect the way you are. And it's the knowing that makes the difference between that and where most of the people are, where they're trying to believe and trying to think and trying to understand and hoping and praying, but they're not knowing that they are that. And then level 2 is angry, frustrated, annoyed, irritated, whether it's externally or internally, it doesn't really matter. The energy is the same amount of energy as you, and which takes away years or minutes and then hours and years of out of our life. So there's level 2, and then level 3 is the rationalizer, where you're essentially trying to normalize level 1, level 2, or your experience where you're going through it. Trying to rationalize in a way that it makes sense to you to make okay of the situation. And more often than not, it doesn't fix anything. It just allows you to be okay with it, and that's about it. So that's all that I have for you guys for today, playing the level game. Other than that, as always, it is so much more fun with a friend. So bring your friends on in. Let's have a party together and grow together and cry together and whine together and overcome ourselves together each and every single day without fail. So invite your friends in here. Let's share our experiences. And really quick reminders. So today is Thursday. Next we have coming up Monday. I'll do it with as the hours. I find it. For me, it's easier. So Monday and Thursday, 11:30 is where I go live. Mondays it's intuitive card reading or intuitive reading. Thursdays get your shit together. Weekly live guidance again, Kasperczak. And then Wednesday this is the finger. So Wednesday, Bethany has her mindfulness class at 12 o'clock, and then we have Heal the Unicorn at 1:30 p.m. All the times at Eastern time. And then Tuesday we have our Sacred Circle at 10 a.m. every Tuesday, and Bethany and I alternate the hosting that we do of the Tuesday call, which is completely off social media and it is not shared with anyone or anywhere. That is all the reminders, I believe, and I will hop on and go record the next video. Let's see how quickly I can get that one done. I know the shorter the better, that way it's short and sweet, quick and straight to the point. You get a lesson in and out, and you're like, okay, I'm good to go. What am I going to do with this? So, meaning, what is your biggest takeaway from today's lesson? And then most importantly, what are you going to do with it? And there's also, I forgot to mention all the other videos, but there's worksheets that we have in the file section that you can download. There's also, I uploaded some in the images so you can save them to your phone as prompts to help you with, what would I call it? Reflecting back, reviewing your day, and seeing how well you did with a lesson, specific lesson that you watched, or right, or a podcast. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be any of mine or any in the group. It can be from anywhere. It just helps you to solidify what you learned in a way, in a much deeper way, so it stays with you longer. That's it. And until next time I see you in one of these events, and until then, I will get my button ready, and then I'll say bye. See you next time. Bye, guys.